They are there in the Middle East. That is the Zionist. The imperialist is everywhere through their culture. We are not in a democracy. We are in a progressive revolution. Everyone should understand this. In the heart of the Sahel, a ghost is walking. For decades, they said Thomas Sankara was dead. They were wrong. He has returned in the form of a 37-year-old Captain Ibrahim Traoré, who now refuses to bow. But in the land of men of the upright, progress comes with a price. Burkina Faso. Our trip to see what Captain Ibrahim Traoré has been able to do, all the effort he is putting in place to build Burkina Faso to a nation that would be the model of African civilization, growth and development, a model for resilience. It took us time to get inside Burkina Faso. From the sky, you could see a nation badly in need of development, a nation yelling and waiting to see Captain Ibrahim Traoré accomplish his mission. On the streets of Ouagadougou, the message is clear. We, the people, must build our nation. La patrie ou la mort nous vaincrons. From the skies of Ouagadougou, you need not to be reminded that you are getting into a territory where growth and development is at the epicenter, a territory where corruption is being fought, a territory which believes in the capacity of its people to grow their own food. This is the story of Captain Ibrahim Traoré. September 2022, the nation was drowning. Henry Damiba Paul had failed to stop the insurgency, with the insurgents almost taking over the country, and the population needed urgent solution. The younger officers, the men on the front lines, had seen enough. Led by Captain Ibrahim Traoré, they moved not for power, but for survival. A move that changed the face of the Sahel forever. Many at the moment thought it was just a normal coup d'etat, but not knowing that the resurrection of Thomas Sankara was witnessed without many seeing it spiritually, but physically, Thomas Sankara, the spirit, has been resurrected, and that incarnate in Captain Ibrahim Traoré. We have decided this day, 30th September 2022, to remove Lieutenant Paul Henry Damiba as head of state and to push for a new vision of Burkina Faso. To understand this vision of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the effect of Thomas Sankara, our team had to move to the Thomas Sankara Memorial. This is the Thomas Sankara Memorial, a historical place and the birthplace of modern-day Pan-Africanism. You can see this is where his office was at Koulibar, and it is a place where the assassination took place that changed the face of Burkina Faso forever. We are at the memorial of Thomas Sankara, where he once used as his office, and a place where he was assassinated by Blaise Compaoré and his team. Heavily armed men stormed this place on that fateful day. Others were killed with Thomas Sankara. This memorial was built by Captain Ibrahim Traoré, and the remains of Thomas Sankara with the persons with whom they were killed together are being buried inside this building. We cannot get in with our cameras. Inside is heavily secured. For reason, they say it is a sacred place, considered as one of the sacred places in Burkina Faso. Indeed, our cameras will only have to be outside for us to take a view inside.
Mais l'impérialisme est un mauvais élève. C'est un mauvais
But the
élève.
imperialists are very bad students. When you send them out of class, they come back. They have never learned their lessons.
Il n'a jamais tiré la leçon de son échec. Il est là-bas en Afrique du Sud, en train d'étaler, en train d'égorger les Africains.
They are there in South Africa, trying to destabilize the country and killing Africans because they are fighting to liberate themselves like you.
L'impérialisme est partout. Et à travers sa culture qu'il répand, à travers ses fausses informations.
So it is this car that was used by Thomas Sankara in the time in which he was in the military. Our brother is going to explain to us in French what actually happened that day and what we have, because I will show you the picture of Sankara with the same record. Nous sommes ici et qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? La voiture s'est.
Voilà, donc comme vous le voyez.
As you can see, this is the military jeep of Thomas Sankara. He once used it as the commander of the 51 military base before becoming president. And as he is a simple man, he decided to still use this jeep as his official presidential car. You see this jeep? He used the same jeep to fight in the Malian War in 1974. And after the war, Captain Sankara brought the jeep back to Burkina Faso, as he has often stated that no need to waste money when the people are in need. Instead of buying a luxury car, he decided that the money will be used for something else, in improving the lives of his people. And if you see this Traoré today, it is the same lifestyle he is living, copying the same thing Sankara did. This jeep that you see today, Sankara used it for his wedding. When you look at Burkina Faso now with Traoré, how is Faso? No, there is a very big difference between Traoré and others. We have had the impression that Burkina Faso, before Traoré, was the private property of individuals. Burkina Faso is our property. We now enjoy the nation as all the citizens get to participate in the growth and development. They are aware of every government policies being put in place. Before, we were not aware. Traoré has done a lot in just 3 years, and we are happy with what he has done. And terrorists were almost taking over. We had nothing. But now, with Traoré today, we have victory against terrorists. We have taken back majority areas, and roads are under construction. Traoré has been able to secure our airspace before we could not secure. He has brought discipline and empowered Burkina Faso to take over the development of their nation. We don't have intimidation and corruption as we used to have them. He reminds us about Thomas Sankara. Traoré has made us to see that we cannot count on someone for our development, but only for ourselves. At the memorial, the deeds of Thomas Sankara, his vision of his country, is still fresh. You could feel his spirit. You could feel the ideology of he who feeds you, control you. You could feel the ideology of deciding champagne for a privileged few of potable drinking water for the people, how he was assassinated, the method in which he ruled his people, the vision of the modern day Africa is in the memorial. The spirit of Thomas Sankara is where Burkinabés frequently visit to get to activate themselves, to move on with the vision and the blueprint left by Sankara for Traoré. So that is the office of Thomas Sankara, where he was killed by Blaise Compaoré. They were here and were overpowered by the military of Blaise Compaoré. The building you see was newly constructed, and all other that were killed alongside with Thomas Sankara was rebuilt and taken to the new building. Let me take you to the spot where he was killed on that day. Here was when his body was seen after they have been killed by Compaoré and his men. This project of Sankara new burial site was relaunched in 2017. Yet, that was his second grave where he was buried. This was his grave alongside others killed with him. So yeah, they buried him like nobody closer to the baobab tree for the first time to identify the grave. That was why they buried him beside the baobab tree. Traoré has made us to see that we cannot count on someone for our development, but only for ourselves. Now, this is the next day after he was killed, and the women, students brought flowers. This was on the 16th of October 1987 to show love for their president. That was where their grave were beside, and the trees you are seeing. Now, this is the exact spot that he was shot dead. As you can see, he came out and stood here before they killed him. When they came, he was having a ministerial cabinet meeting, and he heard the noise and came out. He dropped his gun on his table and told the ministers inside that they have come for me, not you. He engaged them not to come out, and when he came out, he pleaded that they should not kill him and his ministers. But they had no mercy on him. He raised his hands up like this, that I surrender. So when he raised his hands up, they still shot him. Yeah, yes, they did. Ask everyone inside the office to come out. As they came out, they were all killed one after another, except for one person who did not come out. After the killing, they went around and realized that someone was alive, and they spared him. But they made Compaoré not to know that that person has been spared.
Is the office of Thomas Sankara. He came out like this when the rest of his team outside, when they have been killed, he opened his hand. It was the same door, his office that he came out, the same door. Thomas Sankara came out, as we have been told. As he came out, he told the people inside that it is me they are looking for, that everybody there, everybody there was civilian inside, his advisors. So when they came, as my brother explained to you earlier, when they came, he raised his hand up. As he raised his hand up like that, as he approached this same position, it was here that he was killed. Thomas Sankara was killed when he raised his hand up at the same position. This same spot is a horrifying experience, and all the people who were around him were killed. all the people around him were killed. So as he was killed, he was immediately rushed to the military cemetery, and it was only later that they came and excavated it, exhumed the body, and later moved on. So we are standing here where history was made. Unfortunately, to this day, Thomas Sankara will always remain in the minds of Africans, not just Burkinabes, Africans, because he is and was the first person in Africa, a part of Gaddafi, to stand firm and say that no to neo-colonialism, no to imperialism, yes to Africanism, yes to an Africa that will control our resources and develop it the way we want it to be. So that is the story of Thomas Sankara.
But as they have the habit of constant lies telling, they are busy trying to deceive the people. You should not listen to those imperialists. They want to distract you. We are not running, never. We are soldiers, and running away is the last thing to think of. We are not retrieving or surrendering. We will not bow before anyone except our parents or God. This is our mentality. They are saying all they want, and we just look and laugh. We will have allowed them to decide to come and meet you today to talk to you about this. Traoré did not just change the leadership, he changed the philosophy by reopening the wounds of the 1987 assassination. He invited the youth to finish Sankara's work.
C'est un vieux forage qu'on a arrivé.
Ah, ok, là-bas. Waouh! Donc, il n'y a pas de problème. Ah bon? Oui, il y a beaucoup d'eau dans la zone.
Oui, on est en train d'aménager 8 hectares au fond. Là-bas, on a 21 mètres.
8 hectares pour faire quoi? Maraîchage et tout ça là. Ok.
Cacao, les cafés et puis que là qui sont là.
Ah bon, ici?
Non, on a mis les serres en pépinière.
En pépinière ici? Ok. Vous allez tout mettre ici?
On va faire une vitrine dans toutes les casernes.
Dans toutes les casernes. Ok, ok.
Au moins, il y a la discipline là-bas et ils sont...
En tout cas, dans les casernes, il y a la discipline.
Ici aussi, on n'a pas encore vu.
Ah, on peut aussi mettre du poisson en même temps. Ok. Quand on prend 1 hectare ou un demi-hectare comme ça, un forage de quel débit doit permettre de pouvoir arroser ça? Ok. Ça suffit.
Ça n'a pas besoin d'eau tous les jours.
In 2025, President Traoré invested heavily in the economic sector, and we are proud to have him because if you look at where the country currently is in terms of the production of gold, in terms of the production of coffee, cocoa and bananas and other products, I'll tell you very sincerely that we now have a leader, not just a president. For some of us, he can be there forever because we see him as Thomas Sankara. A lot of things are being done now in Burkina Faso which were not being done without Traoré. He is not perfect, but we love him in his imperfection. If you move across the streets of Ouagadougou, you come and testify of what I am telling you. I'm happy you came all the way from Cameroon to come and see how Burkina Faso is doing. The things you have been hearing about Burkina Faso is not AI. It is product of Traoré's hard work. Thank you for coming, and as you move, enjoy Burkina Faso. We also pray for Captain Traoré that God will continue to guide and protect him. He's doing a marvelous job with us here. When it comes to the fight against terrorism, you will bear with me that it did not start today with Traoré. When Traoré was still in the military under Paul Henry Damiba, terrorists were taking over Burkina Faso. A good number of our regions were heavily occupied by terrorists. We were unable to fight this terrorism, and most of our soldiers were being killed. But with the coming up of Traoré, the new strategies that have been put in place, you will see that Burkina Faso has been able to regain 70% and above of its territory that it fully controls. The rest of the other percentage is an area which is not occupied fully by the terrorists, but area that always receive attacks. Burkinabés are now the one contributing to fight the war, because there is a fund where Burkinabés can go and contribute money for the government to be able to feed soldiers and buy weapons, and which is under the Faso Mebos project. We are proud our borders are now protected, our airspace is now protected, and we expect many more from Traoré in just 3 years, and we can imagine what will happen in 6 years to come. You will have to leave Cameroon to come and stay here in Burkina Faso, following what he's able to do and what he's still doing.
I could say that the country, a lot has been done. A lot has been done because Faso Mebo is one institution that is under the presidential initiatives to reconquer Burkina Faso and to build Burkina Faso and to beautify Burkina Faso. You heard about this highway that is
332 kilometers from Bobo Dioulasso to Ouagadougou. Already opened.
That is gonna be the biggest in Africa, not only in West Africa, because when we take into consideration the length, and again, it's gonna be 2 times 4. You understand? 2 times 4 lanes. So it's something huge, and all this is through Faso Mebo that we are having these projects and beautifying the country or the cities. When you go out there, you see the pavement blocks here and there, everywhere, and it's gonna help to reduce, the dust. It's gonna help. I mean, a lot. Okay. So a lot has been done, and a lot is still going on.
Jamais, jamais. Révolution. Ibrahim n'est pas volé. Jamais, jamais. C'est nous les démons. Révolution. Ibrahim n'est pas mangé. Jamais, jamais. C'est pour ça nous les démons. Révolution. Mon pays est sur la bonne voie. Bonne voie. Bonne voie. Capitaine est sur la bonne voie. Bonne voie. Dites-le ce que vous voulez. Bonne voie. Vivez est sur la bonne voie. Bonne voie. Dites-le ce que vous voulez. Bonne voie. Capitaine est sur la bonne voie. Bonne voie. Dites-le ce que vous voulez. Bonne voie. Appelez au téléphone là. Bonne voie. Dites-le ce que vous voulez. Bonne voie. Vivez est sur la bonne voie. Bonne voie. Dites-le ce que vous voulez. Bonne voie. Pays est sur la bonne voie. Bonne voie. Dites-le ce que vous voulez. Bonne voie. Vivez est sur la bonne voie. Bonne voie. Dites-le ce que vous voulez. Bonne voie.
There are foreign interests in our country, in the Sahel Alliance, trying to destabilize our country, but we'll say no to that.
Passer par là, commencer la bagarre pour y arriver. Mais nous les disons non et non.
From Kouliba, you move right to the interior of Ouagadougou and all the parts of Burkina Faso, straight to Bobo Dioulasso. One word is in the mouth of Burkinabés: La Patrie, ou l'amour, nous vaincrons. The Association of National Unity say today Africa is for us, and we take over, protect ourselves and president, and protect our country, homeland or death. We are ready and behind our leader, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, Malian. We say no again to imperialism and we will defend our nation. God has given us Captain Ibrahim Traoré. That is, Captain Traoré is what the people have seen and are ready to defend. Who protects him? We have seen what happened in Libya. It will not happen here.
This is the main cathedral of Burkina Faso, Ouagadougou, and it is here that Catholic Christians do come for Mass. And you know, we have started with what is called the fasting period, the Lenten period, and you could see in the same space we had the first service that took place here. And the Christians who are in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso, do come here to pray to God, call for divine intervention.
With the arrival of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, we Burkinabe can say that we are feeling his impact. When Damiba was in power, and also when we had the president, Blaise Compaoré, we were not really seeing major development across the country. But now that Traoré has come, we can now be proud to say we love Burkina Faso. Look across the cities. In the north, yes, there is terrorism, but Traoré has been able to push back the terrorism. I am happy seeing him as president. A lot of people will say something else, but I want to thank Captain Traoré. Well, all I want to say is that there have been a great improvement of life of Burkinabe. There is now law and order, and when you move across, you see that Burkinabe are contributing effectively to their development thanks to the policies that Captain Traoré has put in place. Yes, people may talk about the fact that we don't have democracy. I think democracy is a corrupt system. Most of the politicians that were ruling Burkinabe were corrupt, and the people were not seeing the benefit. Now with Traoré, we are seeing the benefit. I wish him well. Thank you for coming to Burkina Faso. They have decided to follow their leader to build a nation that works for its people, a nation that is accountable for its people. That is why the vision of Traoré has been to limit the loan-taking syndrome, but rather to capitalize on the resources of Burkinabes to build their nation in their taste and fashion. Economy in 2025, Captain Traoré has just been here for 3 years, and before his arrival, Burkina Faso was producing gold and cotton, and with Traoré, we are now fourth in Africa. Since he came to power, we have been able to produce 66 tons of gold. Before Traoré, we did not have even a grain of recorded gold in our stock. Now, the state has a reserve of gold. In 2026, we now have a gold reserve of 84 tons. And if you look at Africa, now you can see that there is progress in Burkina Faso. Now, what we have to tell Captain Traoré is thank you for all you are doing. and we call on the population to follow him
Avec tout ce
and
qu'il
to
fait là,
support
il a
him.
encore le temps de venir ici prier avec nous. C'est une joie immense.
I am happy that the president came to pray with us today, and I'll pray that God should continue to guide and protect him. I did not expect to see him. I've been praying to see him, but he was here. I felt so happy, and I decided to take a picture with him. I pray that God should continue to guide and protect him as he is working so hard for our nation.
Africa has risen to fall no more. And Burkina Faso is the epicenter of the new Africa. The new Africa is the Africa where we, the Africans, must tell our story the way we want it to be. The new Africa where we must have agricultural revolution. We must have agriculture. We cannot talk about democracy without food. A hungry man cannot talk about democracy. Security is the #1 priority of Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Also, we have the level of infrastructural development, health, care sector. So you see, a lot is happening in Burkina Faso that you people don't know. A lot of positive things are happening in Burkina Faso, which if you come to Burkina Faso, you get a lot of business opportunities.
With the coming up of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, corruption has been relegated. The Burkinabes now have full control of their resources, know what they produce, how it's produced, who is accountable, who should be held accountable.
En face de vous, Excellences, nous avons quelques éléments constitutifs des centrales d'enrobé et des centrales de concassé. À ma droite ici, nous avons un groupe électrogène qui permet d'alimenter de façon autonome ces centrales, un groupe de 825 kVA. Ici, nous avons les trémies de chargement d'asphalte, permet de dissocier les différentes classes granulaires pour pouvoir faciliter la mise en œuvre de l'enrobé. Ici, on a un concasseur primaire qui permet de recevoir les différentes roches pour pouvoir les disperser dans les différents tamis. Ici, nous avons un dispositif de distribution de l'asphalte pour pouvoir traiter le bitume et par la suite le mélanger au concassé pour nous produire l'enrobé fini.
Comme vous l'avez signifié ce matin, l'inauguration de ce
As you have seen this morning, the inauguration of this hospital has come to prove the capacity of some nations to put in place effective medical service for its people. This is a fruit of partnership between Burkina Faso and the Republic of China. This is a concrete agreement, and it further to show the strong relationship between China and Burkina Faso. I know the doctors will use this service very well because it is going to be helping the nation to train its doctors. So we have decided we are going to create 9 additional hospitals like this, and gradually we will be moving to other sectors. It is to enable our doctors to be trained so that they can take care of Burkinabes, and we are going to give all they need for our population to be better. From the rice farm to the industrial sector, right up to the security network, Traoré has what it takes to build this nation. Mr. President, welcome to our farm. We are happy to have you here. You can see how large our farm is, and we are doing our best to make it possible for production to increase. So we are working hard, and we thank you for your support and your care. As you have come here, it's a proof that you really want to support us, and we are going to work very hard to make it possible for us to be able to produce more. We have challenges, but we trust in you, and we know you are going to support us as you have always been doing. While the world looked away, Burkina Faso began to build. The Faso Mebo's project proved that Africa doesn't need foreign aid, it needs domestic will. We spoke to the people on the streets, ordinary day Burkinabés, who, for the first time in 30 years, feel their government is working for them, is accountable to them, and they know what the government is up to at every point in time, with a frequent ministerial cabinet being held by Captain Ibrahim Traoré.
We now produce coffee in Burkina Faso soil. We are now producing pineapple and other crops that people said we couldn't put in Burkina Faso. But banana, plantains that Cameroon has is now being produced in Burkina Faso. Captain Traoré has done a lot of things that we can't name all today. Look at the Faso Mebo. Look at the highway linking Ouagadougou and Bobo Dioulasso. We are now fighting against terrorism. We are building the nation and at the same time fighting against terrorism. Traoré is investing heavily on agriculture to be food sufficient. We now produce our own food. Faso Mebo is working.
This has made even little children to understand the needs of Faso Mebo, a project where Burkinabés contribute money to buy bags of cement, to go to the construction site of pavement, either dedicate their time or supply materials like bags of cement to those who are capable of working. A good number of Burkinabés are chipping in to donate their own widow's mite to the project of Captain Ibrahim Traoré. These donations have greatly improved the state of the nation. The beauty of the nation comes without aid, but with the people's sacrifice as they look up to their leader.
What you see here today are the contribution of people of goodwill. They made the donation to build their country. It is a free donation. All you see, including cement, are goodwill donation to build roads. The initiative Faso Mebo has given the opportunity to contribute in the building of our nation. We are thanking the Faso Mebo project. It is a great initiative to develop the country and permit us to be part of that development. I am happy with this road, to be honest. Last time we came to watch the game of the Stallon, the road was muddy.
Elle est devenue très bonne.
It was
Vraiment,
in this
on va les
rainy
féliciter.
season. Now we
Félicitations
have a
pour
good
tous ceux
road.
qui contribuent
No
à
more
Faso.
mud.
Voilà,
We
c'est toujours
thank
notre pays.
all those who contributed.
J'encourage tout
And
le
we
monde
thank
aussi.
Captain
Ceux
Ibrahim
qui peuvent
Traoré.
participer, ils n'ont qu'à participer. Voilà. Inch'Allah, d'ici
Very
quelques années,
soon,
on va dire que
Burkina
nous, c'est le
Faso
Dubaï du
will
Burkina.
become the new Dubai.
Voilà.
To them, the UN can condemn Burkina Faso for not being a democratic nation. But they feel their leader is doing better. From our experience, Captain Ibrahim Traoré is performing a miracle. We have had democracy before, but it brought us nothing. And if we look at other African countries with democracy, you cannot see the progress democracy has brought to the people. We know that we are in the revolution, and Sankara revolution is in a short 4 years period. It did a lot. We need to start with change of mentality and in a progressive revolution. We are building a culture of integrity to fight against corruption, not a focus of democracy. But the enemies of sovereignty never sleep. On the night of January 3rd, 2026, the shadow of the past struck again. A sophisticated plot allegedly foiled by foreign millions and orchestrated from exile sought to assassinate Captain Ibrahim Traoré and disable the nation's joint defense system so as to give terrorists the power to penetrate the system. All that blame should be on Traoré's weakness. A move that they failed and God intervened. With the intervention of Allah, this did not succeed. They were apprehended. I am Sergeant Sanko, matricule number 1218-010473 at the Special Service of the Republican Guard to protect the airspace. 2 weeks ago, a number I don't recognize called me several times and I did not pick. Minutes after, my uncle, El Ash Ali, a businessman, contacted me and asked me to pick the strange number which has been calling me, stating that it is his friend, El Ash Sakande, and everything I want to do, I should pick the call. 1 to 2 days after, El Ash Sakande contacted me that Paul Henry Damiba want to talk with me, but that I should come and meet him immediately. And I asked where he was, and he said he was at his office, that I should come and meet him. When I arrived, he called Paul Henry Damiba and passed me the phone. It was then that Paul Henry Damiba made me to understand that it was a project which is not easy, and he wanted me to work with guys I trust, and that 2 or 3 days Ella Shakande will pass and give me equipment, and that I should thank him for this. For this act is noble. And he also said Ella Shakande Madi will give us exactly what we need. After our exchange, that was when Ella Shakande made me to understand that it was a project of a coup d'etat, but that he is waiting for me to mobilize people I trust. I accepted without saying anything. As we left, the second day to go and collect the equipment, I called El Sakande. He made me to understand that he was not around, that he will come and call me. And when he came back,
My uncle Ali let me understand that Sakande is back. That I should go and collect my commission, which is a weapon. I am precising that when I got the clear information, it was a project to destabilize this country, and I was to destabilize the drone system.
The plot, not because of guns, but because of the people, the Wayan, the citizen watchman, became a human shield around the revolution. In any point in time, when the citizen feel betrayed or feel there is danger coming to their president, they immediately mobilize and form human shield. With this trust, Captain Ibrahim Traoré has earned the people are willing to sacrifice their lives for the growth of their nation. As they always say, la patrie ou l'amour. From the streets of Ouagadougou to your screens in Cameroon, Nigeria, Kenya, and beyond, the message is clear. The Sankara era was not flawed. It was a blueprint for Captain Ibrahim Traoré to use. Traoré has survived several attempts on his life, but each attempt only makes the spark grows into a forest. Burkina Faso is no longer a victim, it is the teacher. Burkina Faso is now the example of what it means having real independence as an African nation. On the street of Ouagadougou, it is clear that Captain Ibrahim Traoré's doctrine is in the blood of Burkinabés, as they are willing to do everything it takes to protect their leader. Burkina Faso is now among the fastest growing economy in Africa, and Captain Ibrahim Traoré has decided to create an opportunity for African diasporas.
So it is through the Burkina Faso Embassy in Washington, D.C., followed by, of course, through the Foreign Ministry, that we are here today. We have been received in a way that no one even imagined. So for that, on behalf of the African diaspora, we want to thank our brothers and sisters in Burkina Faso for the resounding welcome that they have given us so far. In addition, we did get a brief history of who we are from the Prime Minister. He reminded us that we need to continue to fight the enemy who has lied to us for centuries, the enemy who has misrepresented Africa, but more importantly, since we're here, the misrepresentation of Burkina Faso, the image that has been painted of Burkina Faso. We all have a responsibility to dispel those lies. And we have a responsibility as Africans to tell the world the truth about Burkina Faso. We are here as testimony to that. When those people who are here today, I call them the renegades. The renegades, in spite of the negativity coming out of the world, they said, no, Burkina Faso is home, we are going home. We don't tell Chinese not to go to China. We don't tell the Indians not to go to India. We don't tell the Europeans not to go to Europe. Africans must come home. They must come home to Africa. And for us, we are blessed that we have a president who has stood up, a president who represents everything we have ever wanted in an African man, a president who has stood up and said Africa belongs to the Africans. And we have an example of how Africa must readjust and reshape our leadership. So in Burkina Faso, we have found a home. The president is calling for the conclusion, for the correction of the wrong of over 400 years. The children of Africa are welcome here in Burkina Faso, particularly descendants of the formerly enslaved. President Traoré is saying the wrongs of yesteryear must be corrected, beginning in Burkina Faso. I want you all to know that what is happening in Burkina Faso is something that should have happened a long time ago. It really is sad when you think about it, that over 400 years of the children of Africa being taken out of Africa as slaves, not a single African country has put out a clarion call to say you can come home to Burkina Faso.
in the domain of mining and mineral processing. Gold remains the backbone of Burkina Faso's economy, but the strategy is shifting from raw extraction to domestic processing and increased state participation. There is also agribusiness and food sovereignty, with a measure of $216 million from World Bank-funded agricultural transformation project launched in 2026. The focus is on modernizing value chain.
Your Excellency, President of Faso, the nation is under massive construction. Enable the people to have a better nation. The population of the North is grateful for your major projects you have launched to develop their region. Your vision to develop this nation reminds us about the dream of Captain Thomas Sankara. This is a historic moment that Burkina Faso are experiencing. The launch of 2 tomato factories in under 2 months. You have launched 2 major tomato processing factories. Under your great leadership, we are realizing more projects. Your Excellency, you have told the youth to engage in community entrepreneurship, and you have always supported the youth. And thanks to you, we are realizing this project. Your Excellency, if we are here today, it's because the military that defended this nation defended us well. We thank them and their sacrifice that they have contributed for this project. Without them and without peace, we would not have had this project. It has been 6 years that they have been struggling to realize this project. It was almost abandoned. Upon our arrival, we realized that this project was suffering, almost abandoned. So we decided to help and relaunch the project because it goes into the vision that we brought of community entrepreneurship. That is why we work to help them rebuild their dreams to make it a reality. The youth should follow their example. This is a symbol of resilience. The state had confidence in them, and we shall always help the youths.
The energy sector and green infrastructure is also another important sector to invest in. Burkina Faso has some of highest solar radiation level in the region, and the government is aggressively pursuing energy independence. To secure sovereignty, Captain Ibrahim Traoré understands that the youth must have a transformation mind. That is why he launched a program that will transform Burkina Faso's mentality from the elementary level, not just the university level. And that is why the kids undergo professional training on patriotism in what is called the training sessions. Traoré, a man of his word, has helped in the construction of several infrastructures in Burkina Faso. Agriculture is one of his backbone, where he believes that agriculture needs to survive. Captain Ibrahim Traoré is a man that has defined a modern day concept of a state.
Ouagadougou by night, and we are, you see how peaceful Ouagadougou is, how clean the city is. We are towards the bypass. So this is Ouagadougou by night, Burkina Faso by night. As you can see, we are here in Ouagadougou by night with my driver. And remember, this city is clean. Ouagadougou is clean, no potholes. I'm taking out time to go to Ouagadougou, no potholes, and everywhere seems to be quiet, peaceful, and you see, it's nice. It's nice to have Ouagadougou, and you see, security is everywhere. Everywhere I have security, and that just to let you know how much investment that Captain Traoré has done for this nation. We are in Ouagadougou, and you see how Burkina Faso is. Ouagadougou by night.
In Burkina Faso, everyone must respect traffic lights, regardless of their status.
It's green, but it's not green for us. So this way, they have to wait. They have to wait. It's not green for us, it's green for those people. So when it will turn blue by red, and it's not green for us. So
it is a nation of law and order. The roads are clean, the streets well kept. Potholes cannot be seen in Ouagadougou. You see a nation that the leader is doing his best for it to obtain the status of a modern day state. From the street, the traffic lights are all working 24 hours on 7. Security is assured and guaranteed in the capital city of Ouagadougou. Violation of traffic will lead to incarceration of about 7 days in prison, where you are subjected to work, and after that, you will be let go. This alone deterred a lot of traffic violations, and also bus services have been put in place to guarantee the easy transportation of Burkinabés within their cities at a very cheaper means to enable them to move freely. Today, in the name of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, President of Burkina Faso, I hand over you keys of these buses, 365 buses of the 500 promised by the President of Faso. Use it well with rigor and professionalism. Contribute to help Burkinabe in every walks of life, in transporting them, especially the students. That is the vision of the President. This is the main street heading to Boulevard Thomas Sankara, and from this position it takes 3 minutes to the presidency, Kouliba. You see how well structured Burkina Faso is. This is the birthplace of modern day Pan-Africanism. The streets are clean, security guaranteed, women are active in the transportation business.
So it's time to leave Burkina Faso. We are leaving our hotel, checking out now, leaving Ouagadougou to go back to Cameroon. I want to thank all those who have been faithful, who have been following up. We will move back to Ethiopia. I have a day in Ethiopia. Then in Ethiopia, I have a day. I'll be leaving Ethiopia by Sunday. Today is early Saturday morning. I have to be in Ethiopia the whole of this Saturday, and Sunday around midday we'll leave in Ethiopia back to Cameroon. So I want to thank all those of you who have taken the time out to be with us. This is Ouagadougou around 5 a.m. 5 a.m. We're leaving. We're moving to the airport.